welcome back to my channel. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna do something pretty cool. So we are finishing up the 65 Mustang. As you guys know, we've been working on it like crazy, and we have a few things that we need to do. We need to replace the fuel lines, like the whole fuel system basically, the fuel pump, fuel line, everything there, because I never replaced it when I put it in. I just blew the lines out, put some carb cleaner in it, and it was good to go. But apparently it's clogging everything up and it's not running properly. So we need to get rid of all that, swap it out. In order to do that though, unfortunately, I've got to pull out the exhaust. But we actually have something pretty cool. This is what's cool. Big thanks to Hedman headers, boom, for hooking me up with a sweet pair of their shorty headers that we're gonna throw on this bad boy. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a performance upgrade. It's gonna sound great, hopefully, sound way better than it does because I'm using the stock exhaust manifold right now. And that's just not cutting it. So pop these on, which is gonna be awesome. And then I've gotta pull out the exhaust anyways in order to do the fuel line because fuel line's like tucked, it's like tucked up in there crazy. Just to give you an idea of things, this is the box that the fuel line came in. It's huge. Yeah, it's massive because what they do is it's the full length of the car, but they fold it up so they can ship it. And then you have to unbend it or bend it back to straight. And it's got all like the pre-bends in it. And you can kind of wiggle it around and bend it from what I can tell. But yeah, we got to put this in, which is going to be, it's going to be interesting. We're going to learn a lot. So stick with me, guys. Thank you guys for following along. We are almost done with this. I really wanted to take the car to Cars and Coffee this weekend. That was the plan, but it broke down on me on the side of the road. And the reason it broke down was because of the fuel line, the fuel system. It got clogged. It's just rusted and junky. So we need to get rid of it. The new fuel pump went bad. Usually they don't, but it did. So anyways, but whatever. We are gonna get this thing rocking and rolling and then get this out of the garage and start working on a new project. And we've been doing it for 3 years, so it's time for a new project, y'all. But anyways, thank you guys so much for following along. Go ahead and give me a like on this video if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and set your bell notification so you're notified every time I post a new video. And thank you guys so much for following along just with all my content, builds, etc. You guys are awesome. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, the car audience on YouTube is the coolest ever. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Let's jump in. Yeah, these are the only ones that'll fit without a bunch of modifications. So let's see what we got. Oh boy, that's gonna be sick. Oh my god, look at that. Ooh, nice. Oh yeah, they actually took me through and gave me a factory tour and everything, which was amazing. Those guys are awesome. Yeah, they gave me gaskets and the other side. So oh, all right, more goodies. And then I got these connector pipes. Shout out to Hedman for hooking it up. Amazing, amazing guys over there. They actually took me through and gave me a whole factory tour. And it was amazing to see like their setup and just like the scale that they're producing. And it's all, you know, they hand make everything here in the USA, which is incredible. They gave me some sweet stickers and a flag for the garage. So I'm gonna mount that because that's gonna be awesome. Yeah. now we got our fuel line, and we've got to unbend it. So this comes already pre-bent, just so it ships like this, which is just how it's done. It's bendable. It's nothing crazy, but we want to avoid hitting the paint, just like I just did. There we go. So now we have our full fuel line. It's unbent. It's all straightened out. This side is the side that goes to the front. So we've got to go in. We're going to go in through the back, try to do it over the rear axle and all that good stuff. So let's try and get it done. I was able to basically run the fuel line, which you can't see because my light went out, but we're gonna pour the gas back in now and hopefully not have any leaks. Fingers crossed. I don't know, we'll see. All right, y'all, we got a few goodies from CJ Pony Parts, and one of them is a speedometer cable because my speedometer is just going wah, 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 like that. So I'm pretty sure this thing is going, since it's in the air, I wanted to go ahead and swap this in. Hopefully that helps our problem. And then next, this is pretty cool. It's our last little finishing touch here. Is a nice chromed out instrument bezel. Yeah, I'm excited about this. This should look good. The one that's in there is so done. It's just seen better days. So why not? All right, guys. So what we got to do next is pull the speedometer cable out because I need to swap that since our speedometer is not really working. And we're going to start by taking that out of the C4 transmission first. So there's this piece that you got to pop out, and it's got like a little plastic gear in it. We're just going to reuse that gear. It's right on the back of the C4 here. We just got to pop this out. I'll show you. We've got to take this bolt out. Keep this and then just pull it out just like that. And see, here's our gear, and we're gonna pop this off and reuse it on the new one. There we go. That's all you need. And then pop that guy off just like that, and then we're gonna put it on the new one. Got this from CJ Pony Parts. I feel like I buy everything from there. This place is great. All right. There we go. just like this. And we're gonna take this end, slide this down. There we go. Sweet. There we go. So what you're gonna do is push this little end through so that this end pokes through here, because it's got to lock into that little hole. So best way to do this is just hold it down, just like that from the other end, and then pop it in like that. And that just ensures that that's locked in. And then you're gonna put your little piece back on, and that can only go one way. There we go. Now we're locked in. The gear is still good, so we're just gonna keep it. It's plastic, but it's fine. And then this end right here is gonna go into the back of our gauge cluster in the car. So it's gonna wrap up underneath and then go in the, inside of the car. I gotta take the old one out. Also, I'm gonna wipe that down so we don't get gunkies all in the car. And now we gotta finish taking out our old gauge cluster. Keep in mind, I've never done this before, so you're learning with me. There we go. Jeez Louise. All right, now we can go inside the car and take out the gauge cluster. And then in the back of the gauge cluster, we're gonna unscrew the speedometer cable. And then we should be able to just pull it out through the firewall and then pop the new one in, and hopefully it works. TBD. Good. So we got not a loose, but like a ripped off piece of a light here. So, which is weird because I've had this out before, so I don't know where that piece is or what that would be. All right, so it looks like I realized what I did. I accidentally cut this line because I tied my other lights into it and chopped it off, and then forgot to splice in this piece again. So I'm gonna splice this piece back in with the rest of my lights. Cool. We're also gonna swap the face on this bad boy because it's looking rough. We put in the gauge cluster, which looks pretty good. Hopefully all the lights are correct. I guess we'll see when I start it up. Oh, probably should have unplugged the battery, but I forgot. Whatever. Yeah, and then we put in the speedometer cable too. So now that we're done with that, I feel like we're pretty much ready to just crank it up and drive away, except I have open headers right now. So that'd be really, really fucking loud. So I don't know if we should do that. My neighbors might hate me, but I gotta finish that up. So I gotta go get some more welding gas because I'm out of welding gas. And then what we're gonna do from there is, these are the nasty welds that I tried to tack into place without enough welding gas, just to get it in place so I could drive it. Yeah, we're gonna have to chop this all back up, clean everything up, and redo our welds properly. This is absolutely terrible. So yeah, we're gonna do it all nice, make everything look good, and then remount it with the headers, and then we're done. We're like good to go. Other than the suspension, you know, the front of the suspension. Also, side note, I just closed a deal today for a new project, and I think you guys are gonna like it. Or I hope you guys are gonna like it. If not, I don't care. I still, you know, I like it, so that's the most important thing. But I think y'all are gonna dig it. It should be pretty cool. It's something a car I've always loved. I almost got one of those before I got a Mustang, just because cost is, you know, a little bit better there. But yeah, a car I've always loved. This obviously has been my dream car for a very long time, one of my dream cars. But yeah, I just secured a deal for one of my other dream cars. So this is gonna be super cool, and I hope you guys are gonna like it. I'm excited to unveil it. The only thing left that I have to do on the Mustang is gotta do the speakers, gotta have music, obviously, and a head unit. Probably gonna get a retro sound one. But then just to keep like with the old aesthetics, I don't have to cut anything up. Then I'm gonna put a plate back here behind the back seat, so I can have like a steel plate there. Gonna sound baffle because you can hear the fuel tank sloshing around in here, which is obnoxious and kind of sketchy when you're driving. We're pretty much there, you know, just like little teeny things. Besides the front ball joints, the upper and lower control arms need to be replaced. The ball joints need to be replaced. It's still drivable for right now, but gonna have to do that sooner or later. Thanks for hanging in there with me, and stay tuned for the new project because it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna take you guys through that and show you all the good stuff. I think y'all are gonna dig it. I've just gotta be able to get this thing out before the new project comes, because literally my driveway, it's a slope right here, and it's probably like 8 feet to the street. So can't park a bunch of projects in the driveway, unfortunately, at this new house. I wish, because then I'd get more, but yeah. All right. Anyways,